Greetings, everyone, and anyone that may tune in. It's your boy Owayo again, back at it again. Today, I wanted to speak on the gender roles. In the recent decades, we've been having a lot of conflicts concerning gender. Like, we hear people say, like, what a man can do, a woman can do, and all these other things. People are pitting one gender against the other, saying that the other is superior to the other, or they are more attuned than the other. But that's not the case. Each gender is unique to themselves, and they have their own things that they are primarily focused on. Men are built in a muscular way, and they have more energy than women generally, because for a long time on earth, it has been men who go out looking for food and protecting the community. They are the ones who were facing the lions, the tigers in the wilderness, and protecting their women. But women too, they are leaders in their own way, not in a political sense. Today, many mistake the quality of leadership in women with politics, and we see the women in politics. That's not how they can express their prowess more. Their prowess more deals with intuition, and most of this will depend on the kind of idea that was cultivated from in that person since their childhood, whether they are male or female. It depends with what they were taught, how they were raised up, and the values they carry in themselves. Many who go into politics, they just act like other men who are in politics, so the gender really doesn't matter in politics. And even the power female have in leadership is not expressed genuinely in politics, because their power lies in intuition. Through intuition, they led us through, like, if you go in most of the old temples and all these other things, you'll find female seers, prophetess, and all these other things. They were playing a lot of role because they were highly in tune psychically with intuition and all these other things, and they prepared and guided the society in such a way. And in the past, people used to find balance between these two. Now, because politics is used to express also masculine power and exerting pressure on people, planning and all this other thing, it kind of convolutes this idea. And also the modern context in which people are raised, where the gender roles have no value like it used to be in the past. Because today, we have people, you can just earn money. No one is fighting tigers today, unless you're living that indigenous lifestyle. No one is fighting tigers or snakes or anything in the modern day. So the more money you have, it means the more power you have. So the idea of masculine power has been diluted in a way. And also women can earn this same money, they can earn this money easily too. So the gender role has been diluted, and the propaganda that has been pushed there to pit one gender against the other is just there to divide our society. Our society never used to have this gender competition among each other. Most of it is coming from the reptilians who invaded our society and trying to control it, because them, where they're coming from, their society was controlled by a female AI. And those who ran here, they hated female. That's why you find in many traditions they tend to keep women outside of things like in leadership, roles in religion. Like most, if you look at the church, for example, they say a woman is not supposed to speak or preach, but that's not really a true reflection of divinity, because they can't speak, they're allowed to speak. This is coming from influence from things that they have their own trauma with gender. They came and instill language where you find some people that females speak a different language than the male in that community. All this is just made up division. Prior to all this confusion that was introduced to our societies, we found a way of balancing things out. Men will take women to meet and protect them, and the women will make the decision like intuitively and guide the community in that sense. But they were never exerting themselves to be like masculine, like what a man can do, woman can do, or no man was doing the same. And they didn't see it as a competition. In indigenous community used to work through cooperation. They work through cooperation. Our first societies were working cooperation. In fact, if you go to the most remote in our societies, no, you'll find that the older societies we had, they didn't have any gender roles. Like everybody used to do everything. Sometimes the men will rest, the female will go gather food, and vice versa. Even children will go gather fruits, and here and there, men will go and hunt. Even women used to hunt. But as society took more complexity in organizing itself and its structures, is when the gender roles kicked in. And originally, the gender roles were not out of manipulation or seeing people as their property and all this other thing. Because today you find people tell you, oh, this is our culture. We sell women for cows and we value them to be cows. That was not the original intent of these traditions that were set up. That's corrupt version of it. Women are not your property. Just because you're a father, you're not supposed to sell them. This is what came and became normal. This is an unbalanced state of being, and this is led to the rejection that we have in the modern presence, because people are rejecting the lack of opportunities given to female and the silence they were given. That woman is not supposed to talk and all this other thing. In the modern era, when they got the opportunity, they rejected also, and they also, instead of balancing the entire thing, they shifted the entire thing in another side of the pivot, if I may put it that way. So you find like the imbalance has gone this way. It used to be this way, now it has gone this way. It's not balance. We need to seek the balance and teach our children different, especially the mentality about gender, no matter gender can do. In fact, female can run faster than men because they are lighter. Their bones are lighter and things like that. There are other things female can do that men cannot do. And there are other things that men can do, female cannot do. And if you go deep enough, we all can do what the other can do. But you need to be very in tune with yourself spiritually, psychically, and your biology at the same time. For a man to get pregnant and things like that, it's not that it's not possible. And I'm not saying this as a member of that LGBTQ community. The potential is there in all of us to switch our body in whatever form we like. But that takes a lot of intensity and self-awareness that we currently don't have. So when I say such things, people think as impossibility, or I'm trying to force things that are not there. We need to seek the balance. The gender role is that the role is we play is to balance each other and help each other out and create a stable base foundation for our community, our society, and civilization. All civilization begin with at home. The family is the basic unit of a civilization. Whatever ideas you're cultivating as a father, as a mother in your home will determine the kind of society you're developing, how you interact with the neighbors, how you solve disputes in your household. We don't need to be passing traumas to our children or this unbalanced scale. Like we say, men are supposed to do this, women are supposed to do this, and that is just because of people think men are better than female or female are better than men. Hell no, that's not the case. We are all the same to some extent. The roles we play is purely based on adaptability, and that adaptability people can serve different functions. It's not that we're competing with each other. We're not here so that we say, oh, a woman can lift this weight like a man. No, that'll just be a stupid way of comparison. We don't even need to compare. Let everybody flourish in their own uniqueness in terms of gender, and let this disparity between the two be diluted. We don't need to be fighting over genders and all these other things, that feminism and all this other thing, and now we have masculine being pushed on in an unbalanced way. People like Andrew Tate. No, we need to seek balance. And with that, I'd say peace. It's your boy Owayo. Let's build bridges across genders, across races, across ethnicities, and heal the traumas of the past so that we can start accelerating faster into the future that we want as a people and as a civilization living on this shared space that we have. And with that, I'd say peace, amani, upendo. Love you all. Stay true to yourself and be honest with yourself and your intention. Let's seek the balance.